Alright guys, let me start by saying that I am sorry for the microphone buzzing. I'm trying to get used to this audio controller. I'm going to do what I can in Premiere Pro to try to get rid of it for now. Otherwise, I'm going to start recording audio with my camera versus my computer. Alright, so what we're doing right now is we're doing frequency separation. Long story short, it's a pretty cool tool. Well, not really a tool, it's a technique, something that you can do to make your photos stand out just a little bit more than whoever your competition may be. I do it because it's a personal preference of mine. I like skin to be clear and I like it to be pretty. So we're going to start off by hitting Control J or Command J, and what that's going to do is that's going to duplicate the layer. All right, and then we're going to do it one more time. There we go. We're going to hide our very top layer. So one that says layer one copy, we're going to actually write in here, we're going to type in high. So that's going to be our high frequencies. And this one's going to be our low frequencies. Now we're going to click on both of these. All right, and then we're going to hit Control G to put them into a group. There we go. Now, if we expand this, all we have is these two. Now, the little eyeball icon here on the side is going to make that layer invisible, so that all we see is this one right here. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to Filter. We're going to add a blur to it, just a regular old Gaussian blur. And we're going to bring it down to where we can still see some of the detail here. Like you can see the color for her eyebrows. You got kind of a sharp line, but kind of not. Lines are a little bit fuzzy. That looks like it'll be just about perfect for right now. Now here's the fun part. This is the part that everybody always forgets, including me myself. To turn this other layer back on, we're going to select our high layer. We're going to go to Image and Apply Image. Now, from here, you have to select your layer that's called low, because we're taking all the frequencies from the low layer that we weren't able to pass through with the blur, and we're going to do what's called a subtract on it. Now, scale to offset 128. It can differ, but this is going to be your most common. Just click OK, and then you end up with, let me zoom in on this so you guys can see it. This is just the outlines, everything that a sharpening tool would sharpen. So fit this back on screen, and now we're going to change this from normal to linear light. And to make sure that we've done it correct, we're going to turn off our group completely and turn it back on to make sure that there is no change between the background layer and the group that we have created. So no changes. All right, here's where it gets real fun. There's a couple of ways to do this. Some things that other people do in their videos are they take and they use the clone stamp tool and everything else like that to paste over skin textures and stuff like that, and that's a really good thing to do. Not what we're doing here today, because she has pretty nice skin to begin with. So let me go ahead and I'm going to hold the control button and I'm going to click. That's pretty cool right there. You can see the other layer moving on top of it, just so you can kind of see what we're not working on right now. So we're going to hit Control Z to put it back where it began with. We're going to reselect our low layer. All right, now with this low layer, we've got the magnification tool here. So we're just going to pull it right here onto her face. And we're going to use our lasso tool. Your feather is going to depend on the size of the area that you are working on. For me, for most of my photos, I use a Canon 6D Mark II. It's going to be somewhere between 15 and 25 pixels, depending on how I have shot the photo. For this one, I'm going to leave it here at 15. So all we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we don't get too crazy close to her hairline and too crazy close to her eyebrows, but we're going to make sure that we take care of these areas of skin. Now from here, we're going to double check, always double check, make sure your low layer is selected. We're going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and if we pull that all the way forward, we get something crazy. If we do 0.5, it looks exactly the same. But what we're going to do is we're going to find a middle ground that's going to make her skin look smooth. Remember, the sharpness is on the other layer, so we are not affecting that. So we've got it there. Let's do the bridge of her nose real fast. All right, and we're just going to use the same settings on that, so we can come over here. You can use Alt-Control-F to repeat it. I'm simple. I just click the Gaussian blur a second time. All right, now let's come over here. Let's work our way around her face. See, I just boogered that one up, so I need to try it again. I'm using my mouse without a mouse pad, in case you're wondering about my crazy weird lines here. Alright, filter, Gaussian blur, and this time we're going to come around the edge here and go around this and get this little area on her chin. That's an area where I can actually show you the other method with the clone stamp tool and the spot healing tool that people use. Alright, filter, Gaussian blur. Alright, now I'm going to turn the grouped layers on and off just so you can see the difference here. So that's off and that is on, and this stuff actually does make a difference in the quality of the product that you end up giving your client. So I want to do this to her chest as well. So let me come over here and we're just going to go around the dog tags. I hit the edge of that thing, so hopefully we don't do any kind of crazy blur on it. I did it again. Let me retry that. Alright, now this is looking a little bit better. And filter, Gaussian blur. There we go. Just to keep it kind of in sync with the skin on her face. So there is your before, there is your after, and I'm gonna zoom in a lot higher on this just for people that don't have the wonderful, 1080p or 4K or whatever. They can't really see the difference here. So let's do it again. This is grouped. This is the group visible. This is the group not visible. What you can see is it is smoothed out a lot of the colors there in her forehead. Hasn't gotten rid of any of the lines. That's something for another video. But it has smoothed out the colors and is blurred her skin tone back in behind it. Now we're going to work on her chin with this high frequency layer. And what we're going to use is we're going to do this what's called a clone stamp tool. Clone stamp, what it does is it allows you to select the area of texture or color or anything else like that. But since there's no color in this high layer, all we have to do is hold Alt. That's going to change our thing to its selector tool and go like that. And you see it's pasting color here. So move it over just a little bit. Be sure that when you're using this tool that you don't run over any areas of texture that you don't want. That will cause all kinds of issues, and I'm going to show you real quick just with this right here. I'm going to select there and let's do this little spot here. So I'm just going to move straight to the left, and you're going to see it's going to start painting her eyebrow texture, her eye, all that mess onto it. So that you want to be extremely careful of that. So let me hit Control Z and put that back the way it was. Now all you have to do is go around this image, boom, and we want to take care of it little by little. There you go. And we can also do this to get rid of the line in her forehead, just to kind of smooth things out a little bit. And all we're doing is pasting over the texture. So not the color, just the texture. Alright, not a crazy big difference, but this is about the quality of the image, the quantity, not the quantity of your image. You can take 100 photos, edit them all in 5 minutes, but then you end up with a bunch of photos that are half done. So this is the final product. I'll leave a link to the photo here in the video description, and I will also upload the raw file and make it available to you guys for download so that you can try it yourself. Thank you guys. You have a wonderful day. If you like this video, smash the like button, give us a share, and always don't forget to subscribe. I can't talk today. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. That way you get notifications the next time I upload a video. Deuces, everyone.